Good morning and welcome to Peace Out, where we are all learning together to peace out. I'm learning it. I hope I'm getting better at it. I hope I'm getting just a little bit faster at rolling it all over on him. I'm going to talk about that a little bit today before we get into it, though. This is our big book of the week, Peace Out, which would not have even happened if we hadn't started these. It'll be 5 years this coming March. We'll have to do something special. Maybe, yeah, I'll think of something special to do for it'll be 5 years. Can you imagine that? We've been doing peace out and devotions almost every morning. I've taken a few breaks. I don't do it on the weekends anymore. Sorry, but I needed that break. I needed to feel like I had a couple of days where I didn't have to jump up and get dressed and get in front of the camera, right? And make sure my hair was neat or put on a hat. I could just go a little slower on those days, right? But we've been doing it for 5 years now. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, right? So grab this off of Amazon or off buymeacoffee.com/Jeannie You can get a digital copy if you want. Print it out, but it has a devotion each day, and then it has 3 actionable items. Which actionable items is what we're actually going to talk about today. It has 3 different things that you can do to apply this. This has the devotional, and then the 3 things. Maybe it's meditation, maybe it's thinking about a specific verse. What does this actually mean? Different things like that. So grab your copy if you don't have one. If you have a copy already, they make really good Christmas presents, or I would think they would. So would 31 Days in Psalm 31. So would okay. I'll stop because I got several going. I've even got this one, Commander Morning. It's coming along. Should have it done by the end of the year. That's kind of what I'm aiming at right now. It's just everything fluctuates around here so much. I never know what a day's going to look like, right? But I was working on this book this morning. I have my own little method. I'm still writing the devotions in this notebook, and then I type them up there after I get them. So I was actually working on those this morning and found myself in Psalm 37. And I was like, man, this is the most action-packed 3 or 4 verses, the most action words, I think, in 3 or 4 verses because it has something we do and something God do. Are you paying attention? Something God does, right? And so it says this. It's Psalm 37, and it's verse 3 says, I'll just go read these 3 or 4 verses real quick. Trust in the Lord and do good. Then you will live safely in the land and prosper. Take delight in the Lord, and he will give you your heart's desires. Commit everything you do to the Lord. Trust him, and he will help you. He will make your innocence as clear as the dawn, and the justice of your cause will shine like the noonday sun. Be still in the presence of the Lord and wait patiently for him to act. Well, I've got this verse is all marked up in my Bible because I've got all these little notes here, and I'm like, there's so many action words or verbs in these 3 or 4 verses, right? We do an action, and it's like God responds with an action, whether it's protecting us or keeping us or whatever. So it says, trust in the Lord and do good. Now that's 2 things. That's 2 actions. You got to trust God and do what's right, right? Because when we trust God, we can do what's right. We don't have to use deceit to get our way. We don't have to lie to figure out how to get ahead. We trust God and we do good because we know God's got our best interest at heart and he's going to take care of us and our situation, right? So we trust God, do good, and then it says, then you will live in the land and prosper. You will live safely in the land and prosper. That means God keeps you safe. God's going to protect you. Now, I said something yesterday, it's probably pretty controversial. God does not always protect your body. If you trip down and fall down some stairs and hurt yourself, it ain't God's fault. It's because you tripped on your own 2 feet, right? Or if you have a car accident and you break an arm or break a rib, well, it's not God's fault. You drove out in front of somebody or they drove out in front of you, right? God doesn't always protect our body like we've kind of been taught that he does. But what he does do is protect our soul. Nothing can get to our soul. He protects that part of us that's going to live forever. Nothing can penetrate through that protection, right? So we trust in the Lord, we do good, and he keeps our soul safe. He keeps this part of us safe. Next part, take delight in the Lord. That's our part. That's our action. We enjoy being with God. We enjoy studying his word or listening to devotions or reading his word or learning more about his word or doing a devotional about his word so we can know a little bit more about him and his word. We take delight in him and he gives us our heart's desire. So we do one thing and he reciprocates with another action. We do an action, he does an action. This is kind of a cool thing right now. It's like a good ping pong game, right? Going back and forth, tennis, going back and forth. Commit everything you do to the Lord. That's an action. Commit everything you do to him. Colossians 3 tells us to do everything that we do as if we're doing it for God. Do it because we love him, not because we're following another person. We want to make points with a person or a boss or something, but we do everything we do, including the jobs we do, our relationships. Everything we do should be done as if we were doing it to God. So this says, commit everything you do to God. So do everything you do. If I write a book, it should be with excellence. We should do things with excellence because we're doing it in the name of God. Basically, we're doing it as if we're doing it to him. What if he gave me a project and I treat my clients like I would do it with the same type of quality and excellent work that I would do if I was giving it directly to God, right? So commit everything you do to God, do everything you do for him, trust him, and then here's his action part. He will help you. You know what? This is looking like we have two things to do to his one. Right? Commit everything you do to him, trust him, and he will help you. Right? He will help you. That's amazing that every time I do something, God does something. I kind of like that, right? When I commit everything to him, he helps me. When I delight in him, he gives me my heart's desire. When I trust him and do good, he keeps my soul safe. Well, he's going to keep my soul safe anyway. So it's much better for me and for my life to just trust him in the process of that, right? And then that last little bit says this: be still in the presence of the Lord and wait patiently. Be still, and wait patiently. We can have two actions for him to act on our behalf. Waiting on him, trusting him, committing everything to him. These are ways to just make our days better, right? When we put him at the center of our focus. One of the scriptures I'm using for this Command Your Morning book here is, I will be satisfied when I awake in the morning and I see you first, God. And when we put God first in the morning and then we keep him first all day long, our days are going to go a whole lot better. And as we see here, when we have an action, he has an equal and opposite reaction, right? Little science joke there, right? But for our actions, he has actions too. He's not just sitting on the throne and just watching and going, let's see how this all plays out. I don't know. He's got a plan for us. He's already walked through today for us. All we got to do is keep our feet in his footsteps that he already planned out for us. He plans our course. We just follow him. It's actually simpler than trying to plan our own course and getting it all messed up, right? So today, be serious about committing everything to him and trusting him with everything that gets put on your plate today, everything that gets taken off your plate today, everything you wish would get put on your plate or taken off your plate today. No matter how today plays out, play it out, trusting him. And that's where you'll find you can peace out. Peace out, you guys. He's got it. He's got today and he's got you. I'll see you again tomorrow. Have a great day.